Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's South Dakota boys basketball matchup between our guests, the Sioux Roosevelt Rough Riders, and the host, our own Brookings Bobcats. This contest is being conducted by the administration of Brookings High School under the guidance and regulation of the South Dakota High School Activities Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. We encourage you to support your team in a positive manner while pursuing victory with honor. Sportsmanship is all about respecting the game, each other, and yourselves. Please enjoy the game and support these student athletes by modeling good sportsmanship. We now ask that you please stand and join us in honoring America with the singing of our national anthem. The anthem will be sung tonight by BHS sophomore Claire Strong. As a reminder, proper respect for the flag is to remove your hats, stand at attention, and place your right hand over your heart. Active and retired military personnel may salute and show proper respect to the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the
who is assisted by Luke Hanneman, Trey Walter, Jordan Walton, Zach Finchler, and Alex Schulte. Now for the Brookings Bobcats. First from the cheerleaders, Lucy Simmonsma, Ava Kauser, Mackenzie Steinow, Amber Brockford, and Logan Griego. The Bobcats cheerleaders head coach is Hannah Simmonsma. And now, before we meet the Bobcat starters, here are tonight's junior Bobcats, brought to you by Eckerd Plumbing. Starting at a forward for the junior Bobcats from Madera Elementary is a 4-foot kindergartner, Jet Jacobson. Jet loves pepperoni pizza and the SDSU Jackrabbit. He is considering legally changing his name to JJ the First, much like his favorite player, William Kyle III, is known as WK3. Next up, starting at another junior Bobcat, is Drew, the Tower of Power Jacobson. Drew stands 5 feet tall, comes to us from Berry Elementary, and boasts a 37-inch vertical jump. He can also now boast about his favorite team, the UNC Tar Heels, taking down the Blue Devils this past weekend. And now, here are the starters for the Bobcats. Forward, number 2, the 6'2" senior, Ben Moret. Guard, number 3, the 6'2" sophomore, Cody McCarty. Guard, number 4, 5'11" senior, Austin Clark. And forward, number 11, 6'5" senior, Owen Burns. And forward, number 21, 6'8" senior, Dutch Keogh. The Bobcats are coached by Mike McCarty, who is assisted by Jared Hunter, Joe Fredrickson, and Carter Holmes. Tonight's Bear trainers are Savannah Rotherman and Eric Curry. Our officials are Nathan Beamer, Chad DeYoung, and Jim Ricketts Jr. The game administration tonight is Jeff DeBoer. Now, let's play some basketball.
Got to get some wins here together to hopefully climb into that top 16 before the Sodak 16 starts in just under a month.
About to jump it up here. It's going to be Akeem Moko jumping up against Ketch Bior. Bobcats going left to right in our vantage point, from our vantage point in the press box, and the Bobcats win the opening tip. Austin Clark will start things off. He's guarded in the backcourt by Ismail. Clark goes in the backcourt for Burns. He'll swing it right side for McCarty. McCarty holds, goes top of the key for Moret. Moret looks, goes left wing for Clark. Clark dribbles, goes top of the key for McCarty, gets it tipped away, or loses it, and regains possession. Dribble's going to be bumped in the backcourt. Guarded by Hayden Goff, will get a whistle, and the foul will go on Goff. First one of the game for either team. That was the Roosevelt Rough Riders showed some pesky D here early. Clark will start things off. Out near the bottom of the circle, passes right hash for McCarty. McCarty faces up against Goff. Dribbles now, gets bumped again, spins to the right elbow, back to the basket now, picks it up, goes in the backcourt for Moret. Moret, top of the key, goes right wing for Burns. Burns goes left wing for McCarty. McCarty dribbles in, little runner from 7 feet, no good, strong, rebounded by Burns as he chases it down on the wing in the corner to Bior. A 3 is up, and no good, rebounded again by Burns. He goes out on the right wing, McCarty for 3. No good, in and out. Finally, Roosevelt gets a rebound, and that's Akeem Moko who comes down with it. Walking it up now is Nasser Ismail. Guarded by Clark. Man-to-man defense for the Bobcats is how they'll start. Pass right wing for Goff. Goff dribbles baseline. Kicks it out into the left corner as he drew the defense. A 3 is up, and no good for Giron. Rebound on the weak side by Bior, and now he gets it to Moret. Moret will bring it up against Giron. Crosses the midcourt stripe. Dribbling in the backcourt. Picks it up, goes left elbow for Clark. Clark dribbles toward the corner, picks it up now, goes back to Moret. Moret dribbles to the corner, and we're going to get an offensive foul call on the pick after Clark handed it off to Moret. He set a pick on Hayden Goff and gets called for the offensive foul. First one of the game for the Bobcats.
Saw a lot of offensive fouls last week too. A lot of those illegal swinging. Refs looking for it, but still not how you want Clark to pick up your first foul here early on in the first quarter.
Left wing it is Giron. He goes top of the key for Goff. Goff goes back to Giron. Giron dribbles, picks it up, bounces it in the lane for Moko against Ketch Bior. Dribbles, in positions, finally puts it up with his left hand, gets it to roll around and drop, does Moko. He's got the first bucket of the ball game. 2-0 Roosevelt. Full court pressure. Burns goes into traffic, gets it to Clark. Clark dribbles, gets it tipped away from behind by Nielsen, and now coming up to the other end is Ismail. Ismail takes it up strong and throws it in somehow. He's falling out of bounds, threw it straight over with his left hand, kind of a hook shot as he fell out of bounds, and it goes down. Full court pressure. Clark brings it across the timeline, goes to Moret. Moret dribbles to the left wing. Guarded by Goff. Now he stutter dribbles, gets all the way to the basket, takes it up strong. Nice offensive move by Ben Moret, and he gets the Bobcats on the board. 4-2 the score. I want to say thanks to Bose Construction, sponsor of high school sports here. Right wing it is Ismail, goes top of the key for Nielsen. Nielsen drops it in for Moko. Moko loses his footing, loses the ball off of Bior. Grabbed by Moret, he saves it in. It's off of Bior's hands. Burns comes up with it, back to Moret. Moret brings it across the timeline. In the backcourt now, passes right side for McCarty, down in the corner for Bior. He'll dribble out onto the wing, goes cross-court left wing to Clark. Down in the corner, Moret. Moret, guarded by Giron. He's going to dribble now baseline all the way underneath the basket. Reverse layup, no good, strong. Rebounded by Burns. And his putback is good. Rolled around and dropped as he stepped between two defenders with a pivot move. And he got it to go off the board.
You love to see the hustle from Burns. His third offensive rebound here in the first quarter alone. He was giving Brookings so many second and third chance opportunities here in the first.
We've got an offensive foul away from the ball against Roosevelt. Number 4 on the pick, that is Logan Nielsen. Nielsen picks up his first, the second for Roosevelt here. Into the game is going to be number 12, Memphis Bylander. And sitting down is number 13, Isaiah Giron. Bylander in warm-ups, he's an athlete. Gets up there and dunks it. Burns across the timeline to Clark. Clark left wing, picks it up, goes to Burns. Burns going to hoist a 3. Yes! Owen Burns has 5 of the 7 early points for the Bobcats here. 7-4 Brookings. Goff into the lane. Between 2 defenders, scoop shot is blocked out of bounds by the long catch Bior, who got beat on defense but recovered enough to swat it out.
It's okay to get beat on defense now and then if you got a wingspan like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
If you don't, you might get pulled
right.
a little sooner, but with that, you got a little bit of leeway.
A little more room for error. In the corner it is Ismail, dribbles out onto the wing now. He's going to stutter dribble into the lane, pulls up from 10, and knocks down the jumper as he got by Clark. Quick move out top by Ismail. Moret gets it in bounds to McCarty. Back to Moret over a double team. Moret dribbles up right side. He's going to dribble around a double team himself. Goes to McCarty, who brings it across the midcourt stripe. Dangerous pass, gets it to Moret. Moret right wing, picks it up, goes in the lane to Burns, who's wide open. A nice pass by Moret and an easy finish for Burns. He's got 7 of the 9 for the Bobcats, and they're up by 3. 3.5 to go. Jamry Tiger into the game as well. He goes down the right side of the lane. Scoop shot is no good, strong. Rebounded by Bior. Bior picks it up. And dangerous pass to Clark. Probably should have just dribbled it himself, but he goes to Clark. Clark walks it across center court now. Hezzy dribble, loses the ball, almost lost it, regains possession, goes to Burns. Burns back to Clark. Clark on the left wing. Looking inside, now dribbles. Picks it up, goes on the wing for McCarty. Top of the key for Burns. Burns goes to Clark. Clark, 14-footer left side of the lane, no good. Rebounded by Bylander. Now bringing it up is going to be Ismail. Right wing pass for Tiger. Tiger back to Ismail. Ismail goes left wing for Bylander. Bylander top of the key. A 3 for Ismail. No good. Almost banked it in. Rebounded by Bior. Playing big in the lane here in the first quarter. Clark bringing it across. Guarded by Ismail. Crosses over. Hands off for McCarty. McCarty goes. Left elbow for Moret, who pump fakes. Dribbles down the left side of the lane. Left it short on the runner. No good. Rebounded by Tiger. Now bringing it up is Goff. Goff bounces it all the way into the lane. Moko takes it up. Was trying to slam it. Got it blocked again by Catch Bior. Clark on the other end to Moret. Moret in the lane. Takes the contact. He dropped it off. He gets the foul call on the pass. There's going to be a blocking foul against Hayden Goff. It's going to be 2 on Hayden Goff and 3 on Roosevelt. Quickly up off the bench is Isaiah Giron to check back in, I'm assuming, for Hayden Goff. Roosevelt wanted the offensive foul call. They don't get it. Sam Johnson checking in along with Griffin Bartle. Sitting down, Catch Bior, who has given good minutes here early, and Brody McCarty joining him on the bench as well. I want to say thanks to Rickus Nelson, sponsor of high school sports here. Now after the foul, the Bobcats will inbound it underneath their own bucket. And the referee's conferencing about something in the lane, not sure what it is. Jackrabbits coach Henderson in the house. Showing some high school basketball tonight. Whatever the referees were chatting about, they seem to have gotten figured out. Oh, hold on, they're not. No.
I don't know.
Let's see what we're looking at here. We have the clock wrong. And it's
The score.
Oh, the score. They put a
I think
point
they
up.
counted the, after they called the block.
Yep.
Moret finished. Must have thought the basket counted.
That's what it was. Good call. Clark gets it in the left wing to Johnson, who gets it into Burns, who tips it up in the air, regains possession, gets a shot block, has it again, and now trying to put it up, and worked his way to a good look and puts it up and in off the glass. Owen Burns having a heck of a first half, 9 of the 11 for the Bobcats here.
Something about Roosevelt he just likes. I don't know what it is, but
gets pumped for him. Top of the key, Tiger. Dribbling, hands off left wing now for Hoynes. Back to Tiger, back to Hoynes now on the wing. Hoynes dribbles top of the key. He goes for Ismail, who dribbles in, pulls up from 16 on the left elbow area and knocks down a jumper. His second bucket of the ball game. Third, rather, he's got 6. Johnson brings it across the timeline. All the way to the right baseline. He's going to be double teamed. He's going to get bumped. And that is going to be a foul against Carson Hoynes off the bench. He came in. There was a couple fouls called on Roosevelt, rather. And he picks up an early one.
I mean, like you said, Roosevelt's been very aggressive in the first quarter, which, I mean, sometimes can benefit you if it causes turnovers and whatnot. Brookings done a good job of taking care of the basketball. Now also one foul away here in this quarter before they could get some free throws.
Bartles in the corner, goes in the backcourt. Clark going to hoist a 3. No good. Short rebound is tipped away from Bylander. Now grabbed by Ismail. Ismail dribbles up left wing into the front court now. Backs off into the backcourt. Dribbles into the lane again, gets it tipped away, pinballs around. Smith had a hand on it. Now Johnson comes away with it, gets it to Clark up the right side. Clark across the timeline, goes in the backcourt near the bottom of the circle for Johnson to start the offense. Johnson dribbles to the left wing, goes in the backcourt for Bartles, going to hoist a deep 3. Nothing but net for Griffin Bartles. Didn't hesitate, knocked it down. The Bobcats are up by 6 inside a minute to play in the first quarter. Ismail now, right wing, gets a pick, dribbles top of the key, passes left side in the backcourt for Giron. Back right side now for Ismail. He bounces it to Tiger. Tiger dribbles top of the key, pulls up, 16-footer straight away, and knocks down a jumper. Jefferson done a good job of getting good mid-range looks here in the first quarter. I want to say thanks to Brookings Auto Mall, sponsor of high school sports. Full court pressure now. Smith gets it right side for Bartles. Bartles dribbles. You have to hurry to get it across here. He gets it across the timeline. Now double team. May have gotten away with a push. And we got a timeout. I think Coach McCarty was thinking he was going to call an offensive foul there, a late whistle. But yeah, I think Bartles may have gotten away with one there. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Roosevelt crowd upset about the no call. And as that was happening, Coach McCarty called the timeout. So that's what's happening right now.
I thought it was a very late whistle, too. I was like, oh, if he calls this, it doesn't look as good. But
no. Probably would have been the right call.
I think so too.
We've got 14 to 10 here in the first quarter. I want to say thanks to Kubota, fine sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. A fine night for Tuesday night hoops here.
And this is a great start for the Bobcats in the first half. I think right here too, you have to hold for one shot. Obviously, shot clock's off. You can go into this second quarter up 4, possibly up more. And that's what they need. We've seen some slower starts from them. This has been an excellent start, and it would be a better way to cap it off than get a bucket here to end the first.
We have 18.8 seconds to go here. We'll see what the Bobcats drew up in that timeout. Smith will inbound. He gets it in the backcourt for Johnson. We'll bring it back across half court. Gets a pick out top, goes around a double team, right wing pass for Clark. He thought about the 3, now picks it up, goes top of the key for Bartles. Bartles down the right side of the lane. Runner no good. Burns tipping a rebound around again. Now Smith has it. He dribbled. He goes left baseline. And Johnson, a runner no good. Strong on the rebound. It's grabbed by Isaiah Giron, and that'll do it for the first quarter. A wild first quarter here inside Bob Jostad Gym. The Bobcats lead after 1, 14 to 10. Back in 60 seconds with quarter number 2. You're listening to Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
be Roosevelt foul, begin quarter 2.
Quarter number 2 on the way here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Want to say thanks to Stony Brook, fine sponsor of sports here. Start the second quarter will be Roosevelt ball. They're going right to left from our vantage point in the press box. Starting out off is going to be Goff. Remember, he's got those 2 fouls. He goes right side. The Bobcats switch to a zone defense. Top of the key, and a quick 3 for Nielsen. Left it well short. Air ball, about 1.5 feet short. Out of bounds, back over to Brookings. So the Bobcats will get it back, and with the dead ball, the Roosevelt Rough Riders will set up full court pressure. Bartles to inbound. He gets it in, right side for Smith. Smith now dribbling against Goff. Inside out dribble. Now he's going to avoid a double team. Gets it across the timeline, almost got it tipped away. Avoids the 10-second call. Pass left hash for Bartles. Bartles looks. He's guarded out top by Nielsen. Crosses over into the lane, about 10 feet away. Picks it up, goes top of the key for Bior. Back left side for Bartles. Bartles dribbles down the right side of the lane, takes it up, takes some contact, strong on the shot, no good. Fighting for the rebound, Bartles again, and we're going to get a whistle. It's going to be a jump ball call, the arrow in favor of the Bobcats. Nice hustle by Bartles after missing that shot as he ties it up with Carson Hoynes. So Johnson will inbound underneath the bucket for the Bobcats. Gets it in the left corner for McCarty. McCarty looking inside, nothing there. The dribble goes top of the key for Johnson. Johnson dribbles, and he didn't have an eye on the shot clock as it expires before he gets his jumper off from 17 feet. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance, another fine sponsor of high school sports here. Bringing it up is Goff. Goes top of the key for Hoynes, who leaves it off for Giron. Giron dribbles to the left elbow, kicks it in the corner for Nielsen. Rattles in a 3 this time. Makes up for his air ball on the previous trip. Full court pressure. Smith calling everybody off, saying, I'll dribble it up as far as I can here. He picks up the dribble now, in trouble. Bounces it to Bartles across the timeline. Dribbles left side, all the way toward the corner. Loses the ball now, does Bartles. Goff picks it up, may have gotten away with a double dribble. All the way up to the other end, takes it up strong, finishes. And he's got the Roosevelt Rough Riders with the lead. And he'll have a chance to finish it off from the free throw stripe. Nathan Smith picks up the foul, his first of the quarter for the Bobcats. Burns checks in for Johnson. And that's it. Looked like Smith wanted to sit down. Oh, no, Bartles is going to sit down. McCarty came back in as well. Sorry about that. There's confusion out there. And it worked on me. Hayden Goff at the free throw line. 80% free throw shooter on the season, and he hits that one. And he averages just over 10.5 points per game. And getting into Burns. Getting across the timeline with Smith. Rough Riders, by the way, without their top scorer for the season, Jerron Kowal, as he tore his ACL. Clark goes in the lane for Burns. He's going to be fouled on the entry pass. That's going to be Tatum Nave with the foul, as he gets his first minutes of the ball game for Roosevelt. His first foul, first of the quarter for the Rough Riders. Clark will inbound underneath his own bucket, right side. Gets it in the right corner. Nathan Smith hoists and hits. Big bucket for the Bobcats, gives them back the lead, 17-16 here. All they're going to say was a long 2.
I think it said 2. I couldn't see from the ref said 2. And I guess they can't check it, so 2 it is.
In the backcourt, Tiger guarded by Clark as the Bobcats go back to a man-to-man defense. Tiger dribbles in the lane, kicks it in the corner. Nielsen a 3 from the right corner this time, off the side of the backboard. So he's airballed 2 and made 1 in the middle, in between them. 15 feet away, Brody McCarty left the jumper short, rebound tipped around, grabbed by Nave, and now bringing it up is Hoff. Hoff dribbles, Hezzy dribble, got by McCarty, shot no good, rebound though, the putback is good by Nave. Smith will inbound as the Rough Riders get the lead back, 18-16. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Clark brings it up against Tiger. Dribbles between the legs, crosses over, and it avoids a double team. Picks it up now, goes left wing for McCarty. McCarty looks inside, now he'll dribble. He'll go to the top of the key, now on the right side of the lane, picks it up, goes in the corner. Bior for 3, he airmails one, rebounded in the far corner, grabbed by Giron, now bringing it up as Goff, he goes up ahead to Nielsen. Nielsen dribbles left baseline, goes all the way right corner for Tiger. The pump fakes, dribbles in the lane, pulls up from 10 on the right side of the lane, and it's good. Rough Riders continue to shoot well from mid-range here in this first half. 20-16 now, Rough Riders lead. 4:50 to play in the second quarter. Smith brings it up for the Bobcats, crosses over against Giron. Dribbles to the right wing, bounces it in for Burns, who gets it tipped away from behind. Smith picks it up on the right wing, he dribbles in the lane, gets it tipped away and stolen by Goff. Goff, left-handed pass up ahead to Tiger. Tiger across the lane to Giron. Wide open layup for Giron on the fast break layup by the Rough Riders off the turnover. Timeout on the floor by the Bobcats, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. Bobcats trail by 6 with under 4.5 to go in the second. You're listening to Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Johnson checks in for the Bobcats. checks in for the Bobcats. For the Bobcats. First and third. BR will shoot 2. Fouls on Roosevelt. The second team foul. Nate checks in for the Riders. Varsity Boys Basketball Association. Sioux Falls at halftime, Sioux Falls Roosevelt 21, Brookings 16. Riders to start the second half is Ishmael, Bob, Nielsen, Ron, Local, Bobcats, Hardy, Clark,
Presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. Moments away from the second half here. It's going to be Roosevelt ball to start things off here in half number 2. They'll be going left to right from our vantage point in the press box in the second half. Bobcats on defense. They'll start the way they started the game. Moret, Clark, Burns, Bior, and McCarty. And for Roosevelt, it is Ismail, Goff, Nielsen, Jurong, and Moko. Ismail to start things off against his own defense. Passes left wing for Jurong. Now back to Ismail. He dribbles right wing to Jurong in the corner. Bounces it in for Moko against that is catch Bior. Turn around, the shot is bothered. I don't think he tipped that one, but he bothered it, and it's nowhere near the bucket. Now Bior gets it stripped away in the backcourt by Nielsen. Nielsen takes it up and puts it off the board, so the Bobcats get a possession and give it right back. Been an ongoing saga for them this season.
And you could see that last time too. Clark was kind of telling Ketch to get going. I just don't think Ketch is as comfortable with the ball as. And again, when you have guys in there like Clark and Moret.
Now we've got a 10-second call on the Bobcats. They don't get it across the timeline quickly enough. They've flirted with that a couple of times already tonight.
Those guys have got to come get the ball. And again, Ketch is down there. You get those rebounds and blocks, but too, he's a 6'8" post. He's not a guy that should be bringing the ball up the court. Guys like Clark, McCarty, they need to go get the ball. But then, like you said, they got to hustle across. That 10 seconds goes a lot faster than you think it does when you're in that press.
Nielsen, right elbow, he kicks it left wing. Goff for a 3, nothing but net. And just like that, a 16-point lead for the Roosevelt Rough Riders as they start off quick here in half number 2 with a little help from Brookings. And that goes to McCarty over his hands, off of his outstretched fingers, rather. And it's going to go back over to Roosevelt, so another quick turnover for Brookings. I want to say thanks to Bo's Construction, sponsor of high school sports here. We've got a timeout, a full timeout on the floor, and we'll take it with them. 6:54 to go. Brookings takes a timeout. They trail by 16. We'll take 30 of that 60 here. You're listening to Bobcats Basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Visit thefair.org/orthopedics to learn more.
Of sports here. Roosevelt Rough Riders get off to a quick start in this second half. 5 quick unanswered in just over a minute of play. Update on the girls' score down at Roosevelt. They trail by 9, 25-16. And then see what quarter that was in. Third quarter. Ismail top of the key, goes to Zerong, back to Ismail. Left wing now, looking for a pick from Moko. He won't use it, dribbles right baseline, kicks it out to the wing, over Nielsen's head, who was cutting to the hoop. Moret all the way up to the other end, takes it up, scoops it up with the left hand, no good, strong. He'll be fouled though, and go to the line to shoot a couple. Roosevelt crowd not appreciating that. I'm guessing that came across the mic.
And again, Goff shocked that he wouldn't even attempt to block that again when you have 2 quick ones. And not that maybe there was a foul, but still 2 fouls, you can't let him have it, but he didn't do that, picked up his third.
Moret at the line, misses the first one. He's a 63% free throw shooter on the year and averages 4 points per game. He hits the second one. Moret's now got 3 on the night, cuts the lead back to 15. 6.5 to go in this third quarter. Ismail in the backcourt. Bobcats switch back to a man-to-man defense. Right wing pass. Goff going to hoist a 3. Left open, nothing but net. I want to leave him open. It's now an 18-point lead. And Goff has 9. Pass to the middle of the court to Clark. Goes left side across the timeline for Bior. Bior on the wing now. He is going to pass it. We're going to get a whistle away from the ball, though. It's going to go on Nasser Ismail. 2 fouls on Nasser. Second of the quarter for the Rough Riders. Clark will inbound. Clark gets it left wing for McCarty. Lobs it in for Burns, and he's going to be held. Had the backside position against Moko. Moko just grabbed onto his arm. They can complain about that one all they want. That was an obvious foul call. Moko will have to sit down with those 3 now. And Nave back in. He's given good minutes tonight, has Nave. Got a standing O from his crowd earlier when he came out. Clark gets it in to McCarty again, left wing. McCarty dribbles in the lane, hangs in the air, tough runner, no good, falls off the front of the rim. Burns gets the rebound. On the way back up, he got it stripped away by Goff, and now Goff goes to Ismail. Ismail will bring it up for the Rough Riders. Ismail top of the key, goes right side for Goff. Goff uses the pick, drives right baseline, goes right elbow pass for Nielsen rather. Right wing pass now for Goff. Goff dribbles to the right elbow in the middle of the lane, kicks it out to Jerome in the corner. Out on the wing now, Ismail puts up a 3 to the left. He knocks one down, nothing but net. He's got a dozen. He leads all players in the game, and it's a 21-point lead. The Rough Riders starting to get open looks and hit. Moret loses the ball on the wing, carries it, and travels. And it's going to go back over to the Rough Riders. So we've got Ismail to bring it back up as the Rough Riders have been in control of this second half. Bobcats just 1 point here in this third quarter. Been outscored 11-1. Top of the key, Goff dribbles, picks it up, goes right side to Jerome. Jerome dribbles in the lane, power dribble, and puts it up and in over the front of the rim. Hung on the front of the rim for a second and dropped through. 4:50 to go. Pass to the timeline for McCarty. McCarty goes back to Bior now right side to Moret. He'll bring it across the midcourt stripe, dribbles to the right baseline, now backs off out into the wing. To the top of the key, to the left elbow, picks it up, and goes top of the key for Burns. Back to Moret, right side. Top of the wing pass, top of the key pass rather for Clark. Clark goes in the corner for Bior. Bior lobs it in for Burns line. Burns goes cross court, right side. McCarty gonna hoist a three, no good, short rebound tip by Burns, now grabbed by Nielsen. He'll give it off for Ismail. Ismail passes up right wing for Goff. Goff dribbles baseline, goes into the corner for Giron. Giron dribbles, picks it up, goes in the corner for Goff. Goff asking for a pick. Hesitation dribble, passes right wing now for Ismail. Ismail dribbles to the left elbow, picks it up, goes right wing for Giron. Giron dribbles in, bounces it inside, intended for Nave. It's outside of his reach and out of bounds, back over to Brookings. Bior will sit down, Griffin Bartles back in. 3:59 to go here, 13-point lead for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. The Bobcats to inbound, and they'll see some full court pressure. Send to Clark. Clark dribbling it up left side. Passes around a double team to Moret. Moret brings it across the half-court line. Passes left wing now for Bartles. Bartles goes in the corner for Clark. Clark goes cross-court right side for Moret. Thought about putting up a deep three. Top of the key pass. McCarty will hoist. No good. Rebounded by Bylander. And he lets it clear and gives off for Ismail. Ismail will bring it across. I want to say thanks to Brookings Auto Mall, fine sponsor of sports here. Top of the key to Nave, left wing Bylander. Goes right side Goff, left open again, and knocks down another one. And he's got a dozen.
His third three here in the third quarter alone.
He has heated it up here. Moret brings it up right side, into the lane, goes out to Bartles, pump fakes, dribbles, goes left wing for Burns, down in the corner, McCarty hoists, in and out on the three, rebounded by Burns. The putback is no good, but he'll be fouled and go to the line for a couple. Foul is going to go on Nave. It's the second on Nave, the fourth of the quarter for Roosevelt, but that one on the shot, so free throws coming up for Owen Burns. Owen averages just over 8 points per game. First free throw is no good short. He's a 61% free throw shooter on the season as well. Sam Johnson and Nathan Smith check in for Ben Moret and Brody McCarty. I'll say thanks to Kubota, fine sponsor of high school sports here. Burns' second free throw is good. Just the second point of the third quarter here. And we're 5 minutes in for the Bobcats. Inside three to play now. In the backcourt, into the game is going to be Elijah Johnson. He goes to Bylander in the backcourt. Left side now Goff. Goff dribbles to the right elbow. Passes left wing for Johnson, who pump fakes, dribbles baseline, a runner from 10, no good. Short, Johnson gets his own rebound. Passes in the corner for Bylander, out on the wing for Tiger, who pump fakes, dribbles to the elbow, drops it in for Nave. Nave takes it up over Burns, no good. It rolled around, almost hung on, and falls off to Burns. Clark now brings it across the midcourt stripe. Hands off right wing for Smith. Smith dribbles into the backcourt, top of the key, pass right side for Clark, on the corner for Bartles. Bartles looks to Johnson, who can't handle the pass. It's now saved in by Bylander, off of Burns, but taken by Johnson. Johnson gets it tipped away now, and it's out of bounds off of Elijah Johnson. It stays with the Bobcats. Sam Johnson had it, Elijah Johnson tipped it away. Bartles will inbound, far sideline. Gets it in for Sam Johnson, guarded by Elijah Johnson. Johnson, hesitation dribble into the lane. Drew the defender, dropped it off for Burns for the easy bucket. Nice drive and dish by Johnson. Drew Nave and bounced it off for Burns, who had an easy layup. Burns has a dozen. Backcourt, Tiger dribbling around, loses the ball, tipped away by Burns. Now Smith has a hand on it. He goes to the floor and loses it. He took it away from Nave, but lost it, and it rolls out of bounds, and it stays with Roosevelt. Well, the Rough Riders will inbound it underneath their own basket, right side. Want to say thanks to Stony Brook, fine sponsor of high school sports here. They get it into Nave, right corner, right wing now for Goff. Top of the key, Bylander goes in for Nave. Nave takes it up. And he was in between two defenders. There was tons of contact and no foul call when you hear the Rough Riders crowd complaining about it. Dave just looking over the bench with his palms to the sky like, I don't know what I got to do. Pass in the backcourt, tipped away by Smith, now grabbed by Goff. Smith didn't know where the tip went. Now Goff dribbles top of the key, hesitation dribble down the right side of the lane, gets it tipped away. Johnson comes away with it, up to the other end. Johnson in the lane, and he takes it right into the chest of Nave, loses it, regains it, shot is no good. Rebounded by Burns, and the putback is good. So after a wild series of events, the Bobcats get a bucket, and they trail by 21 with 1:15 to go in the third.
Let them play.
Yikes.
It's just some physical, a lot of contact, but it's on both sides, so they're letting them play tonight.
Tiger right wing dribbles, picks it up, goes in the backcourt for Johnson. Left wing pass Nave, he leaves for Goff. Goff hesitation dribble, goes baseline, and pass in the corner, saved in by Bylander. Right wing Tiger. Tiger guarded by Bartles. 10 to shoot. In the backcourt for Johnson. Left wing now it is Goff who pump fakes. Dribbles left baseline, and runner, no good, short off the board. Rebounded by Elijah Johnson in the lane somehow. He is 5'8", and that's generous. And he took it off the deck. Rebound hit the floor in the lane, and he has an easy bucket. Pass inbounds almost stolen away by Bylander. Clark has it up ahead now to Bartles. Bartles in the lane. Euro step, the runner no good, strong. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson triple teamed, goes out in the backcourt for Smith. Left wing pass Clark, three-pointer, no good, short. Rebounded by Tiger, quickly out ahead to Bylander, who's going to jam it home with two hands. Memphis Bylander quickly on the other end. They go ahead to Johnson, and it's out too far in front of Johnson. He tries to save it in, but it's out of bounds. Back over to the Rough Riders. It's 6.9 to go.
Those turnovers hurt too. One, it's already a 25-point game. Bylander throws it down, and you can hear the noise level from Roosevelt, but then pushing it across too quick. And then just the turnovers have just snowballed this quarter. 6 turnovers alone in this quarter for the Bobcats.
Taking it into the lane from the baseline is Elijah Johnson. He throws up a runner, no good, but he's going to be fouled and go to the line for a couple. We'll look at the official call here to see who the foul's on.
Should have been on McCarty.
And it is going to be on Brody McCarty. His second. First of the quarter for the Bobcats, but that one on the shot. I don't know why they're going to try to figure out how much time to put back on the clock here. .2. So Elijah Johnson steps to the stripe. And his first free throw is good. He is a 50% free throw shooter on the year and averages 0.2 points per game. And he misses the second free throw. On the rebound, it is Nathan Smith who heaves it up to the other end, well off the mark. That's going to do it for 3 quarters of play. The third quarter belongs to the Rough Riders. They lead 54-28 over Brookings Bobcats. Back in 60 seconds with the fourth quarter. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Good luck, Bobcats. Century Business Products has provided innovative office solutions and complete satisfaction with service, training, and customer support in the Brookings area for nearly 40 years, and he's a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics.
Update on the girls, score down at Roosevelt. They trail by 4, 33-29 with 1:16 to go in the third quarter. Start of the fourth quarter here. Sam Johnson starting things off for the Bobcats. They trail big, 54-28. Down in the corner, Nathan Smith going to dribble and hoist a 3 off the side of the backboard. Second time that's happened on that end tonight. First half it was Roosevelt who did it from the other corner. Corners are tricky tonight.
Something about the corners and that hoop.
Top of the key, it is Hoynes. Dribbles to the right wing, goes to Johnson. Top of the key, swings it left wing for Giron. Down in the corner, Nielsen. Dribbles baseline, gets pushed out of bounds by Owen Burns. And he'll pick up the foul. That'll be the first on Owen tonight. And as aggressive as he's been, that's surprising. That's his first foul in the fourth quarter. He's got a dozen points. Johnson will inbound underneath his own bucket, left side, gets it in, left wing for Nielsen. Nielsen dribbles in the lane, pushes off a little against Burns, shot no good short. Another rebound for Johnson, who brings it out into the corner, goes to Hoynes. Cross-court pass, left wing. Tiger gonna hoist a deep three, contested from 25 feet. No good, weak side board grab by Bartles. Johnson now heaves it up to the other end. Got it somehow to McCarty, and the shot no good. He got himself caught a little too far underneath the basket, tried to just throw up a Hail Mary and almost got it to go. And Nathan Smith with a rebound, and he'll be fouled. Foul's going to go on Jamry Tiger. First on Tiger, first of the quarter for the Rough Riders. Johnson inbound, gets it in, right corner for McCarty. In the lane for Burns. Burns going to be double teamed. He's going to get the foul call from out top as he got the ball tipped away from behind. Hoynes picks up his second of the quarter for the Rough Riders. 7:04 to go. Johnson will inbound. Gets it in the right wing for Smith, who dribbles. Left open, got to shoot it, and he finally does, and knocks it down.
I don't think he realized he was that open.
I think he remembered that last shot off the side of the backboard and wasn't feeling confident, but you got to shoot it when you're open like that. And he does, and hopefully that'll lift his confidence a little bit. He's got 5 to match his jersey number. Left wing now. Johnson dribbles top of the key, pass right side for Tiger, who dribbles and hands off for Giron. Giron dribbles to the free throw line, pulls up from 15, in and out, no good. Bartles with the rebound, he'll dribble up left side. Crosses over, now in the backcourt, almost lost it. Regains possession, goes left wing for Smith. Smith dribbles baseline, and he'll get it tipped away from behind as Tiger was catching up on defense. It'll stay with the Bobcats underneath the bucket. Nielsen will inbound. Bobcats going back near half court. Oh, wait, hold on here. They're going to say it was, it went off of Smith, the Bobcats. So thought they were going back to half court to do that inbound play they do, yeah. But it's somehow the Rough Riders ball. I'm confused by that. In the backcourt, Tiger. Tiger dribbles against Smith, dribbles into the right side of the lane, kicks it in the corner. We're going to get a foul on the drive. It's going to be the second foul of the quarter for the Bobcats, and on Smith, that's going to be a second. So Johnson will inbound underneath his own bucket for the Rough Riders, left side. He looks in. Finally goes in the backcourt. It's going to be an errant pass. No, hold on. He just threw it in bounds. I thought he was pointing that it was Rough Riders' ball. He's saying it's got to go back over there because nobody touched it. I was just about to get upset. So we'll see some full court pressure. Moret gets it into Johnson, back to Moret. They'll bring it up against Tiger. They'll bring it across now. Moret dribbles to the left wing, picks it up, goes to Smith. Smith gonna hoist another one, airmails this one. Rebound on the weak side by Johnson, and the putback is good. Off the glass over Elijah Johnson. Cuts it to 21, 5:45 to play here in the ball game. Want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance, fine sponsor of sports here. Nielsen down Blood Alley, scoops it up, no good, and somehow missed that layup. We had a good look, rebounded by Moret. Moret dribbles up to the other end, passes behind McCarty, and Johnson chases it down in the corner. And a dribble baseline, drops it off for Bior on the right baseline, and he picks it up after almost losing it. Moret's shot from the right wing is blocked by number 21, Hoynes, and now bringing it up is Nielsen. Nielsen drops it in the lane for Hoynes, who takes it up strong, no good. Miss, and he gets his own rebound. The putback no good, but he'll be fouled on the putback and go to the line to shoot a couple. I think that's going to go on Smith again. It is. That'll be his third of the quarter for the Bobcats. Put that one on the shot. So Hoynes will go to the line and shoot a couple. Averages just under a point a game. Hits his first free throw. And they don't have any free throw percentage on him for the season, so these may be his first one somehow. And he has got his first point and misses the second one. Rebound is grabbed by Bior. Now he gets it out to Smith. Smith brings it across. Dribbles, right hash. guarded by Nielsen. Goes in the corner for Clark. Clark guarded by Johnson. Goes to McCarty. McCarty dribbles right baseline, just under the right block, puts it up and in, got a good look and knocked it down. From point blank, cuts it to 20, 4:50 to play. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System, fine sponsor of sports here. Left side of the backcourt, Johnson gets a pick from Nielsen, dribbles top of the key, pass right wing for Giron. Giron dribbles top of the key, pass left side for Tiger. Tiger dribbles to the left baseline, picks it up, 10 feet away, goes in on the wing. Hoynes going to hoist a three. No good, rebounded by Clark as he held off Johnson. Johnson guarding Clark, left side of the backcourt. Crossover dribble to Clark, goes in the corner for McCarty. McCarty picks it up, goes to Moret by the left block, kicks it out into the right corner. A three for Bior, nothing but that big bucket for the Bobcats, cuts it to 17, and a quick timeout by head coach Mike McCarty to set up maybe some full court pressure here to come away with some turnovers to try to get them back within striking distance with 4:12 to go. 60-second timeout, 30 of it. You're listening to Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
At the end of 3 quarters in Sioux Falls goes up 93, Brookings 31.
Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. The Bobcats trying to make it interesting here. They cut it to 17 with 4:12 to go. They call a timeout. See what they draw up defensively here out of this timeout. I want to say thanks to Builders First Source, fine sponsor of sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Out of the timeout. It's Bior, McCarty, Burns, and Moret. Looks like we will see a little full court pressure here. See if they try to trap. To Johnson. Johnson goes center court to Nielsen, gets it across the timeline to Kamari Thomas into the game for the first time. Now Johnson has it, back to Thomas on the right hash. Gets a pick from Nielsen. Pass left wing for Giron. Giron dribbles top of the key, pass right side for Thomas. Thomas dribbles, guarded by Moret. Dribbles to the right block area. Euro step, got himself caught in the air, somehow found Nielsen. Nielsen dribbles, turnaround jumper with one hand, good, just above the right block off the board. Rough Riders get a little luck there and come up with a bucket. Moret brings it across. Dribbles left wing now, goes back door for McCarty. McCarty dribbles it out toward the wing, in the backcourt now for Moret. Goes to Bior in the lane. Bior dribbles, power dribble, gets it between two defenders, almost got it stripped away, puts it up and in off the board though, after Nielsen got a hand on it. Johnson across the timeline, left wing pass for Giron, he goes to the baseline. Picks it up now, pass in the backcourt for Hoynes. Hoynes goes right side for Thomas. Thomas dribbles top of the key, pass left wing for Giron. Giron dribbles top of the key, right side now to Thomas. Thomas dribbles, hesitation to the baseline, gets all the way to the bucket, left it short as the shot was bothered from behind by Moret. Quickly up ahead, Clark gets it to McCarty. It's stolen away though by Giron, who chased it down. Clark couldn't get enough on that pass.
And I think he knew he was about to travel as well, so he just kind of had to get rid of it, because if he would have taken another step, it would have been an easy travel call.
Right wing, Johnson dribbles top of the key, pass left side for Giron as Roosevelt just looking to run through their offense and run some time off the clock. Dribbling into the lane is Nielsen, kicks it out on the lane. The three is up and good for Elijah Johnson. He's got 6. And it's back to a 20-point lead. 2:20 to go here in this ball game. And going up ahead to Clark. He gets it from Bior. Clark dribbles to the left elbow, scoops it in the lane for Burns. Nobody gets a hand on it. It ends up in McCarty's hands. Right wing three, no good. Weak side rebound by Bior. He dribbles, spins, and puts up a shot. No good, but he'll be fouled and go to the line to shoot a couple. Bior goes to the line. He's got on the night. Foul, by the way, went on number 21, Hoynes, his third. First free throw is good for Bior. He's now got 7. Nielsen sitting down for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Into the game for the first time is Caleb Horstman, the 6'2 junior, number 25. Second free throw good for Bior as well. Cuts it back to 18. 2:05 to go in this ball game. Johnson across, goes right side for Thomas. Thomas gets a pick, dribbles top of the key, pass left side of the backcourt, Giron. Dribbles and hands off for Johnson. Johnson dribbles in the lane, got himself into trouble. Pass is tipped by Moret, stolen by Burns. Now Clark has it. Clark picks it up, goes in the backcourt as he was trying to avoid a steal. McCarty chases it down, left wing pass Bior for three, no good. Weak side board by Burns, put back no good, rebound, tipped out. McCarty has it, dribbles down the left side of the lane, goes in the backcourt for Clark, left wing. Clark holds, dribbles now, he's going to get the foul call from Thomas, against Thomas rather, 5'10 senior. Hounding him, swept the ball through and gets the contact. Smart play by Clark. It's the fourth of the quarter for the Roosevelt Rough Riders, first of the game for Thomas. Moret will inbound, gets it in the backcourt for Clark. Clark crosses over to the left wing, goes in the corner for McCarty. McCarty lobs it in for Burns. It's tipped away by Hoynes. Again, try to force it in there. Even if Hoynes hadn't gotten a hand on it, Caleb Horstman, the 6'2 junior, was on the weak side. It should not be right. They're giving the ball back to Roosevelt again, a second questionable call. So a close game, the Bobcats will be coming out of their shoes.
It was, touched once, if not twice, by Roosevelt. Again, trying to make it down low to Burns. And Burns gets pretty upset if it doesn't go his way. He knew that it was off them, but...
They've gotten away with a carry to Thomas. Left wing pass, he goes for Giron. Giron dribbles into the front court, takes it up. Got it tipped on the way up by Bior. Now put back by Hoynes is going to be no good, but we're going to get a whistle. We'll wait the official call here. It's going to go on Bior. That'll be his first. That one on the shot. Fourth foul of the quarter for the Bobcats. So to the line goes Hoynes. And his first free throw is good. Hoynes makes it a 61-42 game. He's got 2 points on the night. Wholesale subs for the Bobcats here. I want to say thanks to Active Heating, fine sponsor of high school sports, here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. So into the game, Peyton Stoll, number 25, number 55, Cale Jones, Jones Huntemer, number 32, and let's see here, number 22, Jonathan Taylor, and 52, that is Ian Webster. And it is Jones Huntemer. Left wing pass for Webster. Down in the corner they go for Jones. Top of the key. Huntemer going to hoist a three. No good short. Rebounded by Thomas. He gives off for Johnson. We've got about a 6-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Right baseline, it is Horstman takes it in, loses the ball on the way up, taken away by Jones Huntemer. Up ahead to Webster. Webster dribbles baseline, got himself caught in the air, bounces it right baseline rather. It's tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Rough Riders. So the Bobcats will have it out underneath. 19.5 to play here in the ball game. And taking it out is Webster. Gets it out to Huntemer on the wing. Huntemer dribbles the right baseline, goes out to Webster in the corner. Out on the wing, now to Huntemer. Huntemer dribbles into the front court, picks it up, goes cross court, left corner, and a three for Jones. No good. Weak side rebound is fought for and now grabbed by Webster, who takes it in the lane. Throws up a shot, scoops it up and in high off the board with the left hand just before the buzzer. That makes it 62-44, the final score here on our Brookings Radio Sports Network of the ball game. 62-44 the final, an 18-point win for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. They will improve to 11-3 on the season with the win, and the Bobcats will fall to 1-14. We'll take a 4-minute break. We'll have your official stats for our post game with Alec Johnson. When we return, we'll talk with head coach of the Bobcats, Mike McCarty, I believe, and we'll pick some players of the game before closing up shop as well. An update on the Brookings High School girls score. They trail. They lead. They just took the lead 40-38 with 2:08 and counting to go in that one. We'll keep you updated on that throughout the post game as well. Back in 4 minutes with post game stats. You're listening to Bobcats basketball on the Brookings